So take a few deep breaths. Breathe in deep into the belly. And exhaling anything that doesn't serve you. So take a deep breath in. And then let it out. And with each exhale, just feel the body melting into your magic carpet, your yoga mat. And again, deep breath in and release. Letting go of anything that doesn't serve you, any stagnant energy in the body. And one more deep breath in and really release. Beautiful. Now put one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. And just notice where the breath naturally falls. Are you a chest breather or a belly breather? Just focusing in and seeing where your normal breath goes into. And then also just having an awareness of sending that breath down through the chest and then making the belly fill up like a big balloon. Getting the pranic life force into you, nourishing you, energizing you. And if you can, just count for 4 seconds in. Fill the balloon up, let the Buddha belly run free. And then 4 seconds up and out. 4 seconds down and fill that balloon. And then 4 seconds out. Perfect. We want to focus on that beautiful deep breath throughout the practice, allowing the breath to be our guide and not the movement. So just breathing in that energy, the abundance of energy around us. You may have seen this energy in ceremony. It's there. Our 5 senses can't pick it up at the moment. But deep meditation and medicine helps us to see things like that. Now allowing the mind to clear and just removing any thoughts of emails you've got to send, what's for breakfast, when will she shut up, all that. Just have some compassion and send that thought away and just say, not now, I'm here, I'm focused, and just keep focusing on the breath. And we're just going to imagine an energy beam, a golden beam of light coming down from the cosmos, down through the top of your head, your crown chakra, sending that energy all the way through your body, scanning your body for any parts that might need extra attention today or an extra breath. Sending that energy, visualizing or having a knowing that this energy is going through your beautiful body vessel, all the way down through every part, scanning, and then setting your intention to heal those parts in practice. So within today's practice, we'll send breath there, we'll put the movement there, we're going to nourish and love the body. And then imagine this energy coming out, down through the feet, like roots of a tree, going into the core of the earth, grounding you, protecting you, recharging you, replenishing you, sending this energy back from the earth's core, up through your beautiful body, all the way back up, so you're on a two-way conduit and you are healing. You are nourished, you are protected. And this is available to you whenever you choose to connect in and just have an awareness of the body. So putting your hands back by your sides in the surrender position so they are facing upwards. Internally say, I am an instrument in the hand of the divine, and have a deep trust that there is a plan. A beautiful plan for your life's mission, your soul's work here. Take a few more deep breaths in and we're going to start getting some movement in. So breathe the pranic life force, the energy, the air around us, the abundance. Breathe that in, breathe in the light. And then when you're ready, we're just going to hug in our right knee to towards our chest. Interlacing our fingers just below our knee and just pointing the toes back towards the body. and just slightly squeeze. This is a wind removing posture. And if you feel you can move your knee slightly to the right and just pull it a bit more underneath your armpit, just to make it more expansion happen. Feel your biting spot, give it a bit more of a squeeze, and then release that leg and pull in the left leg and balance that out. Making sure the toes pointing back towards the body, squeezing that in. And if you want a deeper expression of that, you can move that left knee out towards the left and more under the armpit. And then when you're ready, you can hug in both knees, holding opposite elbows, and then releasing the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, down towards the mat, and just squeezing in and feeling your biting points in the hip areas. Taking a deep breath in and feeling the internal massage, and releasing. Allowing the shoulders just to relax and smile on your face. Take a deep breath in. Now releasing your knees into your hands, into the palms of your hands. You can circle motion the knees in one direction, giving yourself a beautiful lower back massage. Signal into the central nervous system that you are safe, you are protected. And then balancing that out by going the opposite way. And then feel free to go opposite directions with the knees and outward motions, activating the Kundalini energy. Please, if you feel called to, you can activate your Mula Bandha. So you can just tighten your pelvic floor as if you're stopping yourself from going for a pee. And it keeps the energy inward and up. And if you can, just focus that energy going up through the body and up to your third eye and your crown. And then opposite directions. This should feel very beautiful, lubricating and nourishing. And then place your feet down, hip distance apart. We're going to do some hip openers. We're going to get our right ankle. We're going to place it onto our left knee. And if this is enough for you, then stay here. If you want a deeper expression, you can just scoop your hands through, interlock your hands, holding onto the shin and releasing vertebrae by vertebrae back slowly until the head is the last thing down. And you should feel a beautiful opening, expansion happening in the right side body. And you can gauge where you're at. You can pull tighter towards you, or you can release if it's too much. Just listen into your body. Relax your shoulders, put a smile on your face. Take a deep breath in and release any energy that doesn't serve you. 2 more breaths, release in. Deep breath in and release. Send that breath down the tight spots of your body. And then release. And then allow that left leg to drop, keeping the right foot where it is. Just let the body drop naturally down to the left side. Whilst you look to the right side, get your left hand, hold it onto the right ankle and just look over to the right. Now this is where you can use your right hand to get some extra leverage by just pushing the hip open or giving yourself a little hip massage, thanking the hip for all that it does, for keeping the structure of the body, keeping us walking on our beautiful soul's mission, honoring the body. Taking some deep breaths into any tight spots and just releasing. It's beautiful to send the breath down to the tight spots and then breathe out any of that stagnant energy. So 1 more breath here. And then come back to center. We're going to swap sides. Lift up your left ankle and put it onto the right knee. And you can stay here if this is enough, or you can scoop through, hold on to the shin, and then just lovingly draw yourself back with the head dropping to the mat last, but certainly not least. And just gauge your biting point of that left hip and just pull in towards you if you need something deeper, or release the shin if you need to ease off, but trust in your body. Build a beautiful relationship with yourself. Relax your shoulders, smile. Take 3 deep breaths here and release anything that doesn't serve you. And then you can release that right foot down to the mat. And then just let the legs drop over to the right. Adjust where needed, just using the right hand to pull on that left ankle if you want a deeper expression, and using the left hand to just push that leg out, and then work your way into a nice left hip massage. And again, sending gratitude and love to the body, to the hips for holding us up, keeping us walking. The body gets that signal of gratitude. Take 3 breaths and remove any energy that's not serving you in the hip area. We hold lots of emotions in this area. So just taking a breath down that side and then releasing. Beautiful. And then coming back to center. And then just giving yourself a beautiful hug. Touching your forehead onto your knees if you can, giving yourself a thyroid massage, tucking the chin under, taking a deep breath in, feel the internal massage, and then just release down. And then you can rock side to side holding the knees, and then eventually just turn it into some nice circles in one direction. And then the other direction, just to give yourself a beautiful lower back massage. Now we're going to get our straps. And we're just going to continue with the hip action. So lifting yourself up into a happy baby. Stacking your ankles over your knees. Just rocking from side to side. And just feeling the beauty in this posture. Babies do this naturally. They're very intuitive. Gives them a sense of security, peace, safety. Reduces stress hormones. So if anybody's giving you stress, just drop and give them a happy baby. And then film it and send it to me. But this should be part of your daily practice, yoga. It reduces stress hormones, makes the body feel happy. So just rocking side to side. You can use this as a beautiful trust exercise too. If you close your eyes and go one side too far, but then use your mind-body connection to save you. And then if you fall, just trusting that it's okay, you can get back in. So just going side to side, closing your eyes, and just building the internal relationship with the mind-body connection. And then turning this into the world's cheapest cross trainer. You're just pulling and pushing with the motions of your arms and your legs, working every muscle in your body, especially if you put a smile on your face. It can be somewhat of a drunken bike ride, just using it as a trust exercise. And going more to one side to the other as if you were going to fall, but then using your mind-body connection to save you. And then just knowing that if you do fall out, it's fine because you've got you. And just like life, you can always get back in. So just pedaling and pushing. And then when you're ready, you can come back to happy baby. And rock side to side. And then we're just going to release the left leg, and we're going to keep the right leg up. And we're just going to pull towards us just to gauge our biting point. You might need a little bend in your knee if you've got tender knees. So just pulling to see where your biting point is. And then we're just going to put the straps in the right hand. We're going to put the left hand onto the hip, the left hip, just to let it know that it's got to stay grounded. And then we're just going to allow that leg to come open, expanding. You can do half happy baby, but this is just opening the hips. We spend a lot of time sitting down, looking at phones and such. So this is just allowing the body to get some fluidity. And we're going to take 3 deep breaths and down to that right side body, and then we're going to release anything that doesn't serve us. So take a deep breath in and release. 2 more of those. Beautiful. And then we're going to lovingly bring that leg up and over, swapping the straps into the left hand, and then just allowing the leg to go over to the left side body whilst the head looks to the right. Again, take 3 deep breaths down the right side body, just releasing anything that doesn't serve you. Beautiful. Come back to center, and we're going to marry that left leg to the right, and then just release that right leg down. Again, just gauging your biting point, pulling the straps toward you to feel where it's good for you to stop. And then just putting the straps into the left hand and allowing that left leg to drop open. You can use the right hand as a guide to let your right hip know it needs to stay grounded. You can again go in half happy baby, or you can just release to what is comfortable for you, opening that hip, keeping the shoulders grounded, relaxed, smiling. Taking a deep breath and then releasing anything that doesn't serve you in this hip area. Two more. And then whenever you're ready, you can come back up to center and swap the strap into the right hand and just allow that leg to drop over to the right. Head goes over to the left. You might be getting friendly with your neighbor, which you've been doing all week. That's okay. And just taking 3 deep breaths here and releasing anything that doesn't serve you. Beautiful. And then coming back to center, we'll just do one more happy baby with the strap just to release any tension. Rocking side to side. Beautiful. And then we're going to do a slight Pilates move. So we're going to bring our feet up together and as straight as you want or feel that they need to be. And then we're just going to release the strap. And you can go as low as you want. The higher and the bigger the circles that you do, the easier it is. The lower and the smaller circles that you do, the more you're working the core. And you can also lift up your head. Just listening to what you need, or you can mix it up. Just really feeling the strength in the core. It's so important to strengthen. And then you can go opposite directions. Balancing it out. Life is all about balance. Beautiful. And then just releasing the strap to the side. We won't be needing that. We're just going to hug ourselves, releasing any tension, tucking the chin in, and then just releasing the spine, and then just rocking it out. You can give yourself a little bit of a lower back massage, whatever feels good for you. And then we're just going to place our hands behind our thighs, and we're just going to do 3 roll-ups, and eventually we're going to get to seated. Whee! Good morning. Okay, now we've opened our hips, we're just going to open the flow practice. So just relaxing, having a straight spine, chin parallel to the floor, palms, wrists relaxed onto your knees. Allow the Buddha belly to hang out, and just allow that beautiful pranic life force, the breath, to go all the way through you. You can still feel that beam of energy coming through and connecting us. Now just envision the breath going through, and then we're just going to release. 2 more of those. Deep breath in. 1 more. Beautiful. Now we're just going to scoop up the energy around us and protect ourselves in a beautiful golden ball. And then we're just going to connect the palms together in prana mudra, drawing that energy down, feel the beam of light, and then sending that energy out like roots of a tree, connecting us to the center of the earth. 2 more of those. Breathe in. Connecting the palms. You can do this as a morning practice, just to protect yourself in a golden bubble, protecting the esoteric body, the physical body. And then 1 more beautiful breath in, breathe in life. And then leave the hands at the heart center. And just taking a beautiful clearing breath, so licking our lips. Take a breath in. Let it all go. On the next exhale, we're going to chant the universal sound of Om. So take a breath in. Sending that beautiful vibration up and out into our protective bubble. This bubble doesn't let anything in that doesn't serve us, and allows energy to leave us that's not serving us. I'm going to come over onto our knees, and we're going to come into tabletop position. So we're going to stack our shoulders over our wrists, our hips over our knees, and we're just going to allow the belly to drop. Chin comes up on the inhale, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. And then sucking everything in, the navel, sit bones come under, chin comes under, into cat position. So we're going to do a few of these at your own pace, allowing the breath to be your guide. So we're going to inhale, and then exhale, sucking everything in, sit bones come under, into cat position. And then releasing the chin to the sky, sit bones come up, into cow. So close your eyes and make this a movement meditation, and just feel into your body, lubricating the spine. Spine is so important. It houses the central nervous system, allows the body to go into rest or digest and stay out of fight and flight when it's not necessary. And when you've done a few of these, feel free to make this as organic as you can. You know, circle your hips, do a figure of 8, sit back. Feel free to do what feels right for you, but just keep your eyes closed. No need to see what yoga pants anyone's got on, and keeping in mind what you're doing. Just like on the mats inside, or the VIP mattresses, it's so important just to stay in your own journey. This is all about you and what your beautiful body vessel needs. So just taking 5 breaths here, just to really feel in what your body needs. And when you feel complete, we come back to tabletop. So just neutral spine. Just gazing just between your fingertips. We're going to come into our first downward facing dog. So we're going to tuck our toes. We're going to lift our knees just slightly. And then we're going to push our sit bones into the air. And taking it gentle because we might be very tight. And just walking it out. So just walking it out, making sure that your shoulders are relaxed, your spine is straight, sit bones in the air, and just pedal it out. This should feel very beautiful. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to walk our hands back to our feet. And we're just going to hang in ragdoll. You can have a slight bend in your knee, but just allow the head to hang. It does so much hard work all day. And then you can just say yes to love and no to fear. Just allowing the neck to move a little bit, relaxing that. And then we're going to stroke our hands, our palms up just to below our knees. And we're going to straighten the spine and allow the neck and spine to be in alignment. And then we're going to scoop up the air. So protecting ourselves in a beautiful bubble. Drawing this energy down and resting our hands at our heart center. Allow your shoulders to come back. Feel the four corners of your feet. Feel your power stance. My Indian guru likes to say, imagine yourself as a god or a goddess, a big warrior standing like a giant behind you. Really see yourself as this god or goddess, this warrior. And really feel that in your esoteric body, and it will reap through into the physical, giving you confidence, making you feel the power within. Take a deep breath in and release. And now we're just going to bring our palms down, stroking the backs of our legs. We're going to walk ourselves forward into a plank position. And we're just going to hold this here for a few moments. Feel free to come onto your knees if this is too much. It's absolutely fine. Listening to your body. But you just want to make sure that your bum cheeks are switched on, your thighs are switched on, and you're coming down. Yeah, perfect. Now you can stay here for a moment and just take some deep breaths in, switching on the core. You can activate the Mula Bandha. It's good to have that activated throughout yoga, which is clenching the pelvic floor. And then when you're ready, you can bring yourself forward, putting your weight up, lifting your toes, and then you can just drop your knees and then bring your chin and chest down to the mat, come through to baby cobra. And we're just going to ride the wave of the baby cobra, making sure that your thighs and your bum cheeks are switched on, protecting your lower back. Ride the wave, and then we're just going to plant our third eye onto the mat, and we're going to put our hands in prayer position above our heads. So we're just going to shake out the thighs and the hips, moving the hips side to side. Beautiful. And then we're going to nourish our inner child by coming up into crocodile. So we're going to stick our feet in opposite directions, like this. And then we're going to get our best childlike pose. And we're going to smile, because life's fun. And we're going to take some deep breaths in and just notice how easy it is to get a deep breath into the belly here. This is the perfect posture to train yourself to breathe deep. If you're in ceremony and you're finding that you're shallow breathing, I'm going to get attacked by blocks here. If you're finding that you're shallow breathing and you're in a panicky state, feel free to just do this and take 3 beautiful breaths here. And we're going to focus in on 3 things that you're grateful for just this morning. And then see how easy it is to feel gratitude for such a short space of time. So think of 3 things, whether that's opening your eyes, being at Rythmia, doing this beautiful soul work. Whatever it is for you, set each one in with a beautiful deep breath. Beautiful. And when you're ready, we're going to continue to nourish our inner child by just doing some roly-polies. We're just going to let our body organically drop where it drops to one side. I promise this isn't asana. I was definitely taught this in India at my yoga teacher training. And it nourishes the inner child as well as allowing the body to just move in such an organic way, allowing us to just let go. And next time you see a heel, feel free to roll down it. And then come back to center. We'll just come back into crocodile. Taking a beautiful deep breath in. And keeping the smile on your face. And releasing. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, we're going to put our hands just by our sides. And we're just going to come back into child's pose. So we're going to open out our knees, touching our big toes, and just sit back onto our heels. And just taking a deep breath here. You can activate the child's pose if you feel called to by just straightening your fingers, raising your elbows and arms off of the mat. But if you feel like you just want to relax here, then just keep your arms down. Taking 3 beautiful deep belly breaths and feeling the internal massage. And then just setting your sankalpa, your heart's intention for this week, for your life, whatever it is for you. What's your heart's desire? What do you truly want? And once you set that in, the universe listens. So just taking another beautiful deep breath in. We're just going to come on to all fours. And we're going to continue with our flow. So just feel free now to push yourself up into downward facing dog. You can take it easy by just keeping the knees bent and walking it out. Or you can just come straight back up. And then we're going to walk our hands back to our feet, hanging ragdoll. You can bend the knees slightly. We're going to get a little bit faster, so we're going to draw our hands up just below our knees. We're going to scoop that energy, salute the sun. Thank you for all that you do, for nourishing us. Bringing that energy down. And then stroking the backs of our legs. We're going to walk ourselves into plank. Option to come down to your knees. If you want something extra, you can go opposite knee to opposite elbow and give yourself a little bit more of a workout this morning, but only if you feel that you have that energy within. And then when you feel complete there, you can just push your weight slightly forward. You can drop your knees if you want and come down to chaturanga and just slide through, coming up all the way to upward facing dog. So arms are straight, slight arch in the back, and just smiling, lifting your thighs off of the earth. And then you can release yourself down and plant your third eye on the mat. Put your hands in prana mudra above you and just shake the hips out. Beautiful. Now we're going to do a beautiful shoulder stretch. So if you want to cactus your right arm, so as if a 40-degree angle. Sorry, 40, 90. It's been a long day. Okay, perfect. So we want to put our right ear onto the mat. So right arm is bent, right ear onto the mat. We're just going to use our left hand to push ourselves over. And you can keep your hips stacked like this. And if you want a deeper expression, you can put your toe behind your back. Perfect. So taking 3 deep breaths here. This is counteracting all of the hunching over that we do with phones and such. So just taking 3 deep breaths and release any energy that doesn't serve you. Beautiful. Then we'll come back to center, and we're just going to do the other side. So 90-degree angle on the left side, putting your left ear onto the mat, using the right hand to give you some leverage, and just pushing yourself up and over, stacking. You can stay here if this is enough. It's quite a deep expression as it is, but if you want something extra, you can just tap the toe behind you. And take 3 deep breaths here and breathe in out any energy that doesn't serve you. Beautiful. And then we're going to come back to center. And we're just going to push ourselves back to child's pose. So knees open, toes touching, pushing down. You can activate that child's pose if you feel. And just take in 3 beautiful deep breaths here. Feel the internal massage, allowing the energy to flow. And then coming up to all fours, tabletop. We're going to do our last round of the flow. So just pushing yourself up to downward facing dog. You might be able to get into it a bit easier, but feel free to walk it out as you need. And then we're going to walk our hands back to our feet. We're going to hang in ragdoll, relaxing everything. Stroking up just below the knees, straightening the spine, looking forward, collecting that energy, saluting the sun, feeling our power stance, the God, the goddess within, and then bringing that energy down the backs of our legs, walking into plank, feeling what you need today. Do you want a bit of extra movement in this movement? And then again, you can come down to chaturanga, so you can come forward if you want. You can drop your knees, come through all the way to upward facing dog. And then releasing down, we're just going to put our third eye onto the mat, prana mudra above our head, shake our hips side to side. We're going to come into a beautiful spinal twist now. So we're going to cactus, 90-degree angle, our right arm and our right leg. So they're both perfect. Fabulous. And then we're going to get our left arm and we're going to slide it under. We're going to twist our top torso around so that the leg stays where it is, the bottom half stays, and the top half opens. It should feel like a beautiful supine spinal twist. Now taking 3 beautiful deep breaths into the body, feeling the expansion and the release of any energy. Beautiful. Feeling free to stay here for a moment, or if you're ready, you can come out of this and balance the other side. Just coming into center when you're ready, and we're gonna left cactus the leg and arm, and then just scooping that right arm under, twisting the top torso and allowing yourself to be free and open, really nourishing the spine. Taking some beautiful deep breaths and releasing. Beautiful. Coming back onto our bellies. Just going to push ourselves back into child's pose. This time we're going to do a little bit of restorative. So we're just going to get the bolster, put it slightly just between our thighs. And we're just going to come down and we're just going to hug it for a few moments. Putting one ear on the bolster. And even though you think not much is happening, there's a lot happening here. That's why it's called restorative yoga. So just taking some beautiful deep breaths here and just allowing any mind chatter to ease off. And think about something you've always wanted to do. One of those hobbies, one of those things that you just haven't got round to doing. Mine is singing. I've always wanted to sing. And so now I'm making a conscious effort to learn a Spanish song, because I want to learn Spanish as well. So kill two birds, one stone. I just make small efforts every day, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes. What can you dedicate 5-10 minutes to that's going to make your heart sing? Thinking about what you've always wanted to do and then taking baby steps to get there. Even if you do something for a minute a day, after a while it becomes 2, then 3. So taking beautiful deep breath in and just changing cheeks so you're balancing it out. Look to the other side. And now just think about your happy place. Where is your happy place? Is it at a beach? Think about the sand beneath your toes, between your toes. The warm air, the sun, the smell of the sea. Wherever your happy place is, go there in your mind's eye. Happiness is an inside job. You have to choose to be happy and water the seeds of happiness as opposed to watering the seeds of fear and self-doubt and worry. It's not scientifically possible for fear, self-doubt and worry to live in the same thought moment as happiness, gratitude, love. So if we're saying 3 things we're grateful for when we go to bed, we're rewiring our neurological pathways for happiness. If we're choosing love over fear, we're rewiring our neurological pathways. We're strengthening, like a muscle, like going to the gym, we're strengthening those pathways. So the more times we can catch ourselves in a negative tornado and just send love and compassion and get out of it through opening the heart, going to our happy place, feeling gratitude, breathing in, putting on our favorite music and just dancing, getting out in nature, grounding, connecting with the earth. All these are tools that we can use and utilize to our advantage to make this human experience way more fun and pleasurable. So taking a beautiful deep breath in. We're just going to do one more restorative pose. So we're just going to bring the bolster around and base it at the base of our spine. We're just going to do a heart opening restorative posture. So we're just going to release back, surrender. You can have your feet, legs, however you feel comfortable. They can be like this, 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 whatever feels good for you. And take some deep breaths here. We're just going to be here for a little bit. This is a beautiful restorative pose. Opening the heart, the anahata. And start thinking about someone that you love unconditionally. Whether that's a child of your own, or a niece or a nephew. I like to think of my little nephew Riley. See, like even my voice just like gets all excited when I think about him because he's perfect. If you have a child in your life that's so pure and innocent, See their faces in your mind's eye. See them smiling back at you. See them doing something so beautiful that you just can't help but to internally glow. Hey. She's happy. Hey. So see their face in your mind's eye and feel that beautiful love within. You might start to feel your heart exploding with energy. You might get little butterflies in your belly. If you don't have a child in your life that you can think about a kitten or a puppy. It's hard not to feel unconditional love unless they're barking like crazy. It's hard not to feel the unconditional love for things like this when they're in their pure state, the true essence. So feel that love that you've created within. And then see yourself as a child. See yourself as a beautiful, pure, innocent child. And send that same love to yourself. If you have the capacity to love someone or something else like that, then you should send that same love to yourself. You deserve it. You are love. You are loved. You are enough. You are so needed. You are divine. So just send in that same love and seeing yourself as a child, hugging yourself as a child. And then if there's anyone in your life that is hard to love, sometimes the people that are hardest to love need it the most. See them as a child. And just see that everybody's trying. And give them a hug. And you can say, I'm sorry, I love you, please forgive me, thank you. I'm sorry, I love you, please forgive me, thank you. This is Ho'oponopono. It's a Hawaiian forgiveness technique. And then see yourself again, your little child, this inner soul, the divine you, and say, I'm sorry, I love you, please forgive me, thank you. And while your heart's expanding and opening, I'm going to put on a beautiful, loving song. Just really listen into the words. And allow the healing and the forgiveness to wash all the way through you. Forgiving yourself, loving yourself, feeling gratitude. Just building a beautiful internal relationship with yourself. And forgiving others frees you, allows you to be free. So forgive yourself and others and feel that internal love. bolster from your back. We're just going to use a block, allowing those loving gratitude feelings to flow through. If your block's not flown away, has everybody got a block? Don't know whose these are. Okay. Beautiful. We're just going to put the block underneath our lower spine, and we're just going to give the heart a bit of a rest. Now that we've expanded the heart, we're just going to send more blood down. So just allowing any energy, stagnant blood energy, just to come down, giving the heart a break, feeling the gratitude within. We don't have to tell the heart to beat. It's a beautiful energetic intelligence happening. And just feeling the gratitude for this heart, giving it a break. If a shoulder stand is in your practice, please feel free to remove the block. And if not, you can just stay here. This is plenty. Or you can give it a try by just lifting up your sit bones, protecting your lower spine, holding onto the spine, and just tucking the chin under, making sure everything's straight. And just feeling into this. If a plow is in your practice, feel free to just release the legs to the back, interlocking the hands. And then releasing down whenever you're ready. We're just going to do a few more postures, and then we're going to relax into Shavasana. So we're going to get the block between our knees. And we're going to do some bridge and some wheels. So we're going to raise our sit bones, our hips up to the sky. You can use your arms to go over your head, tucking the chin in, and then releasing down, vertebrae by vertebrae. And then inhale, lifting up everything, tightening the thighs. And then releasing down. You can keep going like this if this is enough for you, or you can push yourself into a wheel. So you're just putting your hands by the sides of your head. I'm going to keep the block in between my knees, but you don't have to. And then just lifting yourself up. And just taking some deep breaths here. And going gentle and easy on yourself, and then releasing down. Removing the block and just giving yourself a beautiful hug, rocking side to side if you need. Giving yourself a lower back massage. And then one more happy baby without the strap this time, just rocking side to side. And then we're just going to hug in the right knee, allow that left leg to drop down. And then we're just going to do a supine twist. So get the left hand onto the right knee and just pull that right knee over the left side body and just look to the right. Take a deep breath. And then balance that out by hugging the left knee into the body, and then using the right hand to just draw that knee over to the right side, looking to the left. It's very important to do a supine twist at the end of every practice. Beautiful. And if there's any postures that you feel that you need to do to feel complete in this practice, feel free. We're going to relax soon. Whenever you're ready, we're going to put our hands above our heads. We're going to stretch out our bodies. We're going to make it so tense so that we know how good relaxation feels. So get everything tight, your bum cheeks, your feet, your face cheeks, everything tight, 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 and release. It's like being in the ceremony. You have to purge to know how good it feels on the other side. It's the same with life. To know dark is to really appreciate light. So squeezing every single part of your body, tense, tense, tense as much as you can. Squeeze, 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 and release. And one last time, make it a really good one. Really know how good relaxing is going to feel. So stretch, squeeze, 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 tight, tense your face cheeks, bum cheeks, every cheek. Squeeze and relax. We're going to go into Shavasana now. So whenever you feel ready and complete, just put in your heart palms by your sides and surrender, allowing the feet to just drop gently apart. So just seeing that beautiful two-way conduit, the energy coming down from the cosmos, down through your crown, going all the way through your body, scanning your beautiful body vessel for any parts that might need a bit of extra love today. Really sending that energy down your arms and out through your palms. You might start to feel a warm tingling sensation in your hands, and that's beautiful. If not, just trust that it will happen. And just feeling in to what your body needs. Sending some beautiful energy throughout your whole body. Seeing this energy come out through the feet, like roots of a tree, grounding you, protecting you, nourishing you. And then sending this energy back through your body. Scanning your body for any areas that need extra love. So if you have spirit guides, spirit animals, or angels, feel free to call them in. If you know them by face or by name, then call them in. And if you're yet to meet them, just trust that they are there and just have a knowing and say, would you come and facilitate a healing? So with you guiding the energy, the pranic life force, the abundance around, through your divine body vessel, and with your angels, your spirit guides, your spirit animals coming down to help facilitate a healing. But just focus in on the love. Focusing on the healing. And allow yourself to have this beautiful healing time.
Rest in natural great peace. This exhausted mind, beaten helplessly by karma and neurotic thoughts, like the relentless fury of the pounding waves in the infinite ocean of samsara. Rest in natural peace. the chair in this wonderful body. He says, rest in natural great peace. This exhausted mind, beaten helplessly by karma and neurotic thoughts, like the relentless fury of pounding waves in the infinite ocean. Rest in natural. Rest in natural. Tibetan is Rajni. Rest in natural. Exhausted, beaten helplessly by karma and neurotic thoughts, like the relentless fury of the pounding waves in the infinite ocean. Rest in that. Rest. To find rest. Clear? Just really defining that rest, the comfort and ease, just to let go, to just naturally be. Then you see the mind is quietly settled, just like a glass of muddy water. If you don't stir it, the dirt will slowly settle. In the same manner, if you let the mind be in the spacious openness, slowly the confusion or the turbulence of thought and motion settles. The rest in natural peace. The rest in natural peace. This exhausted mind, beaten helplessly by karma and neurotic thoughts, like the relentless fury of the pounding waves in the infinite ocean of suffering. Rest in natural, to rest, to find rest. Clear?
Thanking your spirit guides, your spirit animals, your angels. Thanking yourself, your soul, for facilitating this beautiful healing session, allowing yourself this time for yourself. Shavasana is the most important asana in a yoga practice because it recalibrates and lets everything sets in, all the beautiful work and energy healing that you've done throughout. It allows it to become part of you. So just taking a beautiful breath in and just rolling onto one side, coming back into your body, wiggling your hands and your toes. Again, this is another protective asana. This is what we were doing in the womb. A lot of us sleep like this. Sending signals of protection, safety. And then whenever you feel complete, you can come back up to a comfortable seated position and we'll just close the practice. Beautiful. So again, just softening the body, just allowing the shoulders to relax. You can give yourself some shoulder rolls if they're not relaxing. And allowing the wrists and arms just to relax onto the knees. Allowing the Buddha belly to hang out, chin parallel to the floor, spine is straight. And then we're just going to scoop the energy one more time. Breathing in, connecting the palms into the prana mudra. Drawing our hands down to our heart. Rolling back the shoulders, putting a smile on our face. We're going to lick our lips and do a clearing breath. Release. And now we're going to chant the universal sound of Om on the exhale. So take a deep breath in. We're going to rub our palms together to get some energy. And then we're just going to cup our eyes and circle motion our eyes one direction, opening our eyes in the other direction. And we're going to say, may I see only the truth. And then get some energy together again. And then we're going to cup our ears, and you can internally or externally say, may I hear only the truth. And then last but certainly not least, we're just going to cup our mouths, and may we speak only the truth. You can say, may I speak only the truth. And then just giving yourself a bit of a shoulder massage with that energy, bringing our palms back to heart center. We're going to bow our third eye, our forehead to the heart, bring up our thumbs to our third eye. The divine in me honors the divine in you. Namaste.